it's that time of the day when we come through with some amusement, as we'll be looking at some hilarious moments from the social media space. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to declare that you're welcome to SOCIALVILLE. All right, so let's move on. Lady in red, this one says, living beside a church or mosque, that's option 1. Living beside a primary school, option 2. Living beside an aluminium shop, option 3. Living beside a welder shop, option 4. Which one is worse?
This thing stressed me already. Like, it just stressed me already. I don't know why. I think that some stuff are not just supposed to be, if we have proper planning, they're not supposed to be in residential areas.
Thank you very much.
Or if you have to have some stuff in the residential areas, then they have to be soundproof. That is, when you're walking in their premises, you're not hearing anything. The church I go to, when you're outside the church, you don't even know what is going on inside the church because it's properly soundproof. So I don't know. And, you know, especially when you now talk about church or mosque, people will now, you know, we are overly religious in this part of the world. They will now start shouting. So I'm not saying that you should not pray, and it does not concern you, my relationship with God.
Yep.
But while you're praying, I might not want to pray at that time. I might want to sleep.
Yes,
so,
and pray later.
Okay.
See, I totally understand what you're saying because I can totally relate. Where I live, it's an estate and it's a residential close. Someone bought the property next to our place, and next thing we heard it was a church. But when you were buying it, you said it was a residential abode.
You go and report to the Lagos State government.
See, they have reported several times.
Okay, maybe
the person knows somebody or something. Exactly. And then in the middle of the night...
And you cannot now lift your house and go and place it
elsewhere. So when they were renovating, that was like months of sleepless nights. Boom, 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 boom. When they finished, now on Wednesdays, on Sunday, they wake you up, they do vigil, they do everything. And they don't look at the fact that it's a residential area, reduce the volume. No, it's as loud as can be.
The thing is, noise disturbs me so badly that I worked overnight, and early in the morning, I knew I was coming to work and I had to. So what did I do? I just closed my windows. Like, yeah, sometimes it's even still penetrating, but like it's a bit better just because I'm forcing myself to sleep and I have limited time to sleep and I do not want anything to disturb me. We need to do better, especially in this country. And the people that are just fond of making noise, shouting.
Yes. Now wake up with a migraine. So you know what? Since we can't decide because they are all terrible, just go to our social media page and let us know which one you think is worse out of all 4 options. Okay? All right, moving on. Kachi says, my phone fell and screen cracked. Won't have a phone this weekend. Formats. David now responds saying, hope your wedding goes well, bro. So there's a format, actually, yes, especially guys that have more than one girlfriend. They will tell the other girlfriends that, oh, their phone broke, and they won't be online.
I didn't know.
But then they are going for a wedding or engagement or something.
Oh, but really?
It was trending on social media, I think, early this year. Like, different people came out with their stories. Different people. So this guy understands that this guy is going for his wedding, and he's casting him. And I thank you, David, for being a good guy. But are you sure yourself you don't do it? Another angle. Okay, so we see this dog looking shocked, and someone is asking, if someone wants to surprise you with a gift, what would you want it to be? And Akpos responds saying, a mini flat in Bagada, an iPhone 13 Pro Max, an iPad, and a new job with 700,000 as basic take home. Only. And then this is the response. Like, it says someone wants to gift you something, not that they want to give you their whole life.
It might not be the whole life.
But at the end of the day, a closed mouth is a closed destiny. You see, we are in spirit because sometimes you just say some things.
After all, if the person cannot afford it, they'll say, sorry, we cannot afford it. So. But imagine the person can now even afford more than this. And then
or you're even outside at a gathering and you tell the person, and the person cannot afford it, and somebody else in the gathering now hears and say, oh, are you sure? Okay, I have a job for you. What if the job is now 1.2 million naira basic salary? Is it not a win-win? So please, speak it to the universe, and it might just come to pass. Let's just move on already. Doesn't mean you now start asking people's father and brother and sister for different things that you cannot afford, okay? So what's happening? What's he whispering? He says, my phone doesn't have a single crack. Okay, guys? He says, my phone doesn't have a single crack. Just imagine your heart in my hands. So he's trying to tell her that he's very careful. He's very delicate because
you might not be good with hearts, brother. You might just be good with phones.
Exactly. Because I know people that don't even use spout for their phone, and their phone, there's no crack.
This morning,
but if they undo you.
As I opened my phone, and it was on one of these blogs, and the one Yoruba actor was telling a story about what her ex-husband did to her, how, you know, and all that. Well, at the end of the day, I just said, well, in short, everybody in this life, at some point, you have chopped breakfast. Like, I was just like, what?
Let's take this last one before we go. And you can see this man looking downcast, the young lady who is happy, and the guy on his knees. She says, finally, I got a picture of the married guy who threw a birthday party for his side chick. Then the side chick's boyfriend proposed at the party. So what is he? He's a sponsor. So he's going to be the father of the day at the wedding.
Oh,
because he's the wedding sponsor.
Oh, cheery.
My uncle.
God. Things are happening, no. Oh, cheery.
But at least she's being honest. She came with her boyfriend and he proposed to her to show his sincerity.
But I learned that there are lots of people like this.
A lot. A lot. There's even one that I heard that the married boyfriend was the father of the day and they were still running things even after the wedding. I'm like, crazy things are happening.
What do you now tell your husband? What do you say that he is to you, like a family friend or what?
No, family friend is better. I say uncle.
Who is it related to now that you're married?
Distant uncle.
Okay.
The only part is they have
one day, somebody will now come, a relative will now come, and they will not be talking about, they will now...
Tani Lagbaja, Tani Tamedu.
Okay.
See, in this life, let's all be praying and just pray that God will keep us happy. That's the prayer you should pray, okay?